Today I'm going to talk to you about the Taiwan Gold Card, or officially called the Taiwan Employment Gold Card. Now, this won't be for everyone. Taiwan does have its obvious issues with security and so forth, but there are people who are interested in this, and we've worked with a few of our clients who have taken up this opportunity to go live in Taiwan under this Gold Card arrangement. So we'll tell you a bit about this Gold Card visa in Taiwan, what is the eligibility criteria, how to apply, what's the taxation situation like, is there any perks there as well. So we'll get into all of that in this video. Now first up, let's talk about basically what is the card. So it is a 4-in-1 card, they call it, and that includes a residence visa, a work permit, a alien residence certificate, and a re-entry permit. So you sign up for this gold card and you get all of those 4 things at the same time. It is an open work permit, so you can work for any company and you can change jobs at any time. But it's not just for people looking for a job. You can be self-employed in this. You can be self-employed with a company or some kind of sole trader arrangement outside of Taiwan, or even registered within Taiwan. And if you like, you are eligible to set up a Taiwan company. So this is a digital nomad friendly visa, as well as being a work visa essentially. It is a 3-year multiple entry visa, and there is no minimum stay requirement unless you want to join the Taiwan tax system. We'll get into a bit more about that later. Then you have to stay at least 183 days in the country in the year, or if you have a view towards obtaining permanent residency down the track, there is a pathway towards PR. And again, if you want to do that, you have to stay longer than 183 days in the tax year. They are offering tax incentives to higher earners on this visa, and you're also able to bring your immediate family with you. That's your spouse, your children, and parents and grandparents can get a permit to visit you and stay in the country for up to 1 year as well. As far as the areas of work that you have to be working within to be eligible, there's 10 main industry categories set out, and they include architecture, arts and culture, digital, economics, education, finance, national defense, science and tech, law, or sports. And we'll put an article up on our website that will have a link to an industry checker so that you can easily see whether your kind of work fits into one of these 10 categories. It is quite broad, but you do need to know which category you are fitting into when you are doing your application. So we'll have more information about that up on our website, offshoreinasia.com. Other than that, the eligibility criteria is pretty open. There's no wealth requirement, there is no income requirement, there is no job requirement. You can come here with no job and still get the visa. So how do you apply for the Taiwan Gold Card? It's an online application process, and there is no requirement for a sponsor or an agent, so you don't need to go through anyone, you don't need to go through us or anyone else. You can go directly onto the website and apply on your own behalf. That said, if you do need assistance working through some of the criteria, putting your application together, we're happy to help you out in that respect. The application time takes between 30 and 60 days, depending on whether you have all of your documents in order. Obviously, if you do, it's going to be a much quicker process. And the outcome of your application will be decided upon an assessment made on your professional skills and work experience, and which one of those 10 categories are you applying under, and do you have the right skills and experience to fit that category. So how will you be taxed in Taiwan as a gold card holder? Well, to be considered a tax resident of Taiwan, you have to be present in the country for 180 days or more in a tax year. And as far as their taxation system goes, is it residency based, taxing you on worldwide income? Is it territorial based, taxing you on only local income but not offshore income? Taiwan is quite interesting in that it has a bit of a hybrid system between residency and territorial. So like anywhere, income earned within Taiwan will be taxable in Taiwan. When it comes to foreign sourced income, this is where it gets quite interesting. So foreign sourced income is only taxed in Taiwan if it exceeds 1 million Taiwan dollars, which is about 31,000 US dollars, and your total basic income exceeds 6.7 million Taiwan dollars, which is about 208,000 US dollars. I won't get into the technicalities of what exactly makes up total basic income, but to think of it plainly, that's your total income, and provided your total income is less than 208,000 and your foreign sourced income is less than $31,000, then it can be tax-free in Taiwan. So that is quite interesting. If you have a stock portfolio that's kicking over sort of $30,000 a year, enough to live off in many countries, then that potentially can be tax-free in this case. But I would recommend to reach out to a tax professional if you want to test your situation before moving to Taiwan. It's important to understand that yes, you can do this. Yes, it is possible under the rules, but everyone's situation is different. Everyone's income types is different. Talk to a tax professional. If you are looking for someone to help you with this, head over to offshoreinasia.com, send us an email. Now, when it comes to regular income earned in Taiwan as part of the Taiwan Gold Card, I was saying before how there are incentives available for high income earners. So this is the story with that. If you earn over 3 million Taiwan dollars, that's about 93,000 US dollars within Taiwan, then you will receive a 50% exemption on income over that point that is taxable. So you'd pay regular tax rates on your first 93,000, and then if you earned an extra 50,000 on top of that, say you're earning 143,000, then only 25,000 of that 50,000 would be taxable in Taiwan. And this is available to all entrants providing they are on this visa for the first time. So you've got some reasonable tax perks there that can work in your favor with the correct planning, and if you have the right income levels. There are some other perks as well that we will get onto right now. So after 3 years, you are eligible to apply for permanent residency in Taiwan. That is very generous. There's not many countries in Asia that will offer something as lenient as this without having to pay up a big stack of cash in the process. And also you can come into Taiwan on this gold card visa and be eligible for national healthcare, public healthcare from day one. If you wanted to come in and get on the healthcare system, if you had some health issues that you needed to look at, this is available there for you. That will be quite interesting for some people. Now, is this visa for you? And what do we think about this visa? Well, it is quite a generous visa. Like I was saying, there's no wealth requirement. There's no minimum income requirement. You don't even have to have a job lined up. You can be self-employed. It's very open to just about anyone who wants to come and live out here. You can get the tax benefits from foreign sourced income if it's structured the right way. You can get tax benefits for high earners. You can get on the public health. You can get PR. It is a very generous visa, and I guess it really has to, doesn't it? To address the elephant in the room here, the first thing that comes to mind when everyone thinks about Taiwan is what is going to happen with China and the reunification efforts. Is nothing going to happen? Is there going to be some kind of peaceful takeover? Is there going to be some kind of armed combat? That is the big unknown. That is the big thing that will be putting a lot of people off Taiwan. That all said, most people that do go to Taiwan really do love it. It is a very well-liked country, particularly if you've lived there in the past and you want to go back and spend longer periods of time there now. This could be a very good visa for you. As long as you're comfortable with the whole China situation, you'd like to think that if anything's going to go down, you're going to get a bit of a heads up and you could jump on a plane and get out pretty quick if that's what you wanted to do. Look, I don't think China would want to go to war for no reason, but it's sort of, a lot of this comes down to what stance the US takes as well, if they decide to stand up for Taiwan or not. So if you're not too put off by any of that stuff, then this can be a really good visa. It can be a really good sort of digital nomad style visa. If you're looking for something a bit longer term, a lot of the other visas, digital nomad visas in particular, only go for 6 months at a time in various other countries. Some go for longer, but this one being 3 years offers you a lot more certainty. It offers you a chance to set up a home base in Taiwan. You could use it to live there if you just want to stay there and you want to become a permanent resident. You could use it to be a base for traveling elsewhere around Asia. You could jump onto digital nomad visas in Korea, in Japan, in Taiwan, Malaysia, and then you could go back to Taiwan when you're ready to go back to Taiwan. It offers a really good way to sort of cement yourself in Asia with a minimal financial requirement. So that's all we have to say about this visa, guys. We're going to put an article up on our website like we always do with a bit more information. There's going to be a qualification checker so that you can check whether your particular business type or work category if your industry is eligible to fit in for this visa. As I was saying, you do not need to use anyone like us or anyone else to apply for the visa. You can apply yourself directly on your own behalf, but if you want to speak to someone, maybe about some taxation issues, maybe about how this might slot into other visas, how to relocate out to Asia, any other sort of related issues, how might you set up your investments in such a way that they may be tax-free in Taiwan under the existing foreign sourced income rules. If you're interested in any of that stuff, head over to offshoreingasia.com. You can book in a call there. We can have a one-on-one consultation where you can talk to us and we can work through all the hard issues so that you can move out to Taiwan with confidence. We'll leave it there, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.